Welcome everyone, I'm Malcolm Smith. I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs at Salve Regina University. I'm here today to answer a few questions about what life is going to be like on campus this fall. I think this fall you'll find that there'll be some things that are the same and some things that are different. We're taking all the necessary precautions, instituting all the safety measures we possibly can, following the guidance of the CDC and the Rhode Island Department of Health. You'll see more social distancing on campus. Everyone on campus will be wearing a mask. We're doing more cleaning. We'll be doing everything we can to make sure we keep each other safe, including we have densified our residence halls. We've removed about 200 beds from the residence halls to provide more space for individuals and to make sure that room living is, congregate living is incredibly safe, or as safe as it can be. We recognize that while COVID will likely show up in our community, we have testing, we have screening, we have a respiratory clinic and health services, and we have EMTs on our campus to try to help with any possible spread of the disease, but also to take care of our students when they are sick. Another strategy we'll use is when we have someone who is symptomatic and is either a positive test or a presumed positive, we will work with their families to ensure that they can get home and recover in a place that they're most comfortable in, they're most familiar with, and with the people that they know are there to care for them every day. For those students who are not able to go home during quarantine or isolation, if that happens to them, we will have a staff, an RN on the weekends. We have a full health services staff that will be telehealth to follow up with them. We will take care of individuals' food needs, and we will make sure that they are in touch with the people on campus that can get them the resources they need. Daily screening will be a tool that we use that we will send out to everyone every morning. It would ask everyone to identify whether or not they've had any of the common symptoms for COVID, or if they have experienced any of the risk factors that we know are pretty commonplace. If the answers to those questions are no, then they will be cleared to come to campus. If the answers to any of those questions are yes, then someone on our contact identification team will reach out to that person. And we will try to figure out if they're at risk. We'll get them tested, and we'll get results within 24 hours. A test that we will run is through the Broad Institute in Cambridge, Massachusetts. They're associated with some incredible research, and their turnaround will be 24 hours. It's an incredibly accurate test. It's an important question about keeping yourself safe, holding yourself accountable, but also I think we have to be able, as community members, to hold one another accountable in a respectful, caring way. We have to remember our mercy mission and our desire to take care of everyone in our community and surrounding that and in the world. There will be individuals who make choices that are different than ours, and we need to be able to negotiate those, especially in our living quarters and in our classes. I would say have open dialogue with people. There are other measures you can also take to keep yourself safe, right? Ensuring that you have your mask, ensuring that you're washing your hands, ensuring that you have hand sanitizer, and most importantly, cleaning your room and making sure you're sanitizing all your flat surfaces on a very regular basis. There will be a Salve pledge for all community members, as students, faculty, and staff, and you will see that it is it's a list of things that I, as an individual, as a member of this community, pledge to do to keep myself safe, keep others safe, and acknowledge my responsibility for doing so. I think it's a good step for us to help educate our community as to the steps that we should be taking on a daily basis for ourselves and for others. It's also a good way for us to serve, it also serves as a reminder to us on a regular basis because we all know that we have long-term habits on how we interact with in the world every day. COVID has presented us with a new set of challenges, and we're trying to develop new habits. We have to live up to those. We have to be able to remind one another of those. And I think we have to do so in order not just to keep ourselves safe. This is really about, we wear masks and we wash our hands in order to keep everyone safe. Most of the people on this campus are 18 to 22-year-olds, right? And they have this feeling of invincibility, but we're not all that age, right? And we have people that we work with, people that teach us, people that work at the university, people that will come to the restaurants that you work in, the stores that you work in. I want you to think about the entire community, not just your student, not just your peers in your courses and your roommates. While that is also incredibly important, we have to think about our surroundings and our community as well. We're restricting our residence hall visitation to only Salve students because we are testing our students upon entrance, and we will do some sentinel testing throughout the semester. So we have a baseline about what our students have been exposed to. We trust that they're going to be safer. We trust that they are going to be tested. We trust that they're going to be wearing masks. When it comes to outside guests, that's much harder for us to gauge and more difficult for us to control where they've been, where they're come from. We don't know if they're coming from a state that's been identified as a hotspot. So we're just doing our best to keep our student population safe, and we ask for your patience as some of these restrictions seem some of these restrictions are incredibly new or are new and you don't understand them. They are all based on your safety. They are all based on the safety and the health of our community. If you're still a little nervous or anxious about this whole situation, I understand that. Many of us are. This is a situation that none of us have ever dealt with. This is truly a new day. I believe and I trust that this will pass, but in the meantime, we need to figure out how to deal with that. What I would say about coming to Salve with that anxiety is that we're taking this incredibly seriously. We're working diligently every day to make this a safe place, as safe as it can be. I think it's important to remember that no matter where we are, we have to be mindful of all the guidelines that are in front of us. The mask wearing, the social distancing, the hand washing. We have to make sure that that is part of our daily practice everywhere. There are certain states who have higher rates and some that have lower rates. We happen to be in a state that has an incredibly low rate of infection. That doesn't mean that you come to Salve and you're going to live in a bubble. So those fears can be very real. We have to recognize that our personal responsibility is the first step to security in this instance, right? That's how we take care of ourselves. That's how we take care of others. If I had a magic wand that I could wave and make the fears go away, I would do that. But I think that your fears and your anxieties are real, based on a very real disease. So I don't want to make them seem unjustified or invalid. But I also ask that you trust Salve is doing everything in its power to make this safe place, make it a safe place for you.